Okay, here we go. Vicktoria, you are working here at UConnect Hub for 2 weeks as an intern. It has been such a pleasure to get to know you and to have you working with me in my company. Thank you for coming onto the podcast and welcome.
Yeah, thank you that I can be on the podcast.
Wonderful to have you here. Your energy and your smile and your vibrance has brought a lot to the last week and a half here at Connect Hub. I have a question for you for our podcast today. My question is, if no one had ever judged you in your life, what do you think you would believe about the possibilities of yourself?
First of all, I think it's a hard question because in life, everyone judges you. I don't know many people that don't judge you, parents, teachers, friends, even random people on the street that you don't even know, they judge you too. And if I really think if no one ever judged me, I think I would be the best version of myself, because I think I would be exactly how I would like to be. And I would never feel ashamed for anything that I do. And I think it just would be great to feel so good about yourself and no one says anything to you, because everyone feels good about themselves, because everyone does not feel judged.
That's right. And often when we judge others, it's because we have our own gaps or insecurities. We were used to being judged, so therefore we just judge others.
For sure.
Why do you think people judge so much? What's your...
First of all, I think because some people are jealous of you, maybe. They see you have this good life. Maybe if you have friends, they're maybe a little bit more rich, they have a lot of money, then some people might say, oh, they have so much money and they always flex with it and stuff like that. That's probably because they're jealous of them. But I also think that judging could also just be something that you want to say because someone judged you, so I judge you. It's like a circle in life. Everyone judges everyone.
And it's interesting because you've not mentioned anything about someone else actually doing something wrong. So in my opinion, a judgment is a problem that comes from within you, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's something that starts within your inside. I want to just talk about education because, as you know, and as you've been working with me,
yes,
is all about offering alternative versions of education and what I believe and what the world believes young people actually should be learning. And let's just take the topic of judgment and shame and relate that into enabling you to be and believe that you are the best version of yourself. What's been your experience in your 17, 18 years of life in this journey?
In school, you get judged a lot. Every day, actually, every second also. Not just from students, also from teachers and everyone. It's just hard because you have to have those grades. And if you don't get them, you're too dumb. Maybe they don't say it to your face, but they mean it in a way, in another way they say it to you. And then you just feel judged the whole process in school. And it just don't brings you on, it brings you back. And you don't get to learn how to open yourself up and how to have new ideas or live a new, better life, because you just can't, because you always get held back from the teachers and other people.
And when you look at your parents or you, after you've spent time here with me for 2 weeks, what do you think some of the skills are that you actually need to have when you leave school?
Oh, I need to be more open-minded. And also, I need to have more skills to learn how to say my opinion and not be ashamed to say my opinion, because it's okay to have your own opinion. I learned with you a lot that you always are open-minded with the things we say. If we say, listen, we just think this picture is maybe not as good as you thought to post. You're a really open-minded person. You're like, I hear you. I see. Let's talk about it. Because in school, sometimes when you say your opinion and someone doesn't like it, it's immediately shut down and you can't say it anymore. and it's wrong of you to say.
Mm-hmm.
And I just think we have to learn how to say your opinion in a good way, but how to accept it also from others.
And when you give your opinion, then you can learn how it resonates with other people. You can start to gain an understanding of what that opinion does in that situation, which either builds critical thinking, or it builds creativity,
Yes.
or it builds self-respect, or altogether all of the above. And those are the things that we really need to be leaving education with, right? Not feeling ashamed for our opinion or shy to say something. And yet these skills that we really need, I know from my experience working in education for a long time, traditionally we punish those skills.
Yes.
We punish skills of what we're trying to do to learn to be critical thinkers or creative or self-confident or leader.
Yeah. I just think like in school, sometimes you can't even do those things, like not all the time, but most of the time, because we're all in that box all together and we have to do all the same stuff. Everyone has to learn the same 15 sheets, the same 50 sheets, the same 2 sheets, everything. We have to do the same courses, the same subjects all the time. We all have to get the same grades in a way. You can't get your creativity really on because we all just learn the same and just learn how to be one person, even though we're all an individually person with our own character.
Which is just so wrong because none of our
Yeah.
brains are the same, isn't it? None of us people are the same. And we may be interested in the same things, but we'll learn them very differently, or we'll come at them very differently, won't we? Because we've had different experiences, we have different interests, we have different likes and wants.
Yeah, for sure.
And so does the teacher. But if they believe that every kid is going to be interested in and learn things the way that they think, then they're just always going to feel frustrated. And if the teacher's frustrated, what happens to the class?
They're all frustrated.
It's a shame. So in thinking about what could be better, so we've identified this issue where you feel that you need to have your own voice. You feel that you need to be able to say your ideas and share who you are. It's limited and punished, so you're not developing those skills that you really need. What do you think is the solution in the first 18 years of a young person's life?
First of all, I think maybe that we should completely change the school system, like in a way where the people are just more open-minded. And like in Italy, you have 12 subjects and you have to do all of them. And maybe I just thought it would be great if you do like 3 subjects that you have to do because they're just important, like history or something like that, because it's just really important stuff to learn. But then there are other subjects that you can choose to do, so you don't have to do all of them. So just what you like. And I think that also brings you much more on in life.
Yeah, because you're focusing on something that energizes you. Let's
Yes.
relate that to the workplace. What if in the workplace you had to do every job that everyone had? You know,
You
you'd
wouldn't
never
like it.
be very good at any one thing, would you?
Oh,
You know, and all the skills that we need for the workplace are quite foreign to what we're doing in school. So you're absolutely right. The whole education system needs to change, like the whole thing. But that's a really key little point right there. Well, let's just start by allowing young people to choose what they want to focus on. And
yes.
that's where course-based learning or project-based learning is really beautiful, isn't it? Because
Yes.
you can focus on a course that sparks your interest. So, for example, you've been helping me to develop the entrepreneur course. Maybe someone might be really interested in that, or maybe not. Maybe they want to do one on writing and literacy, or they want to do one on finance and Excel, but whichever way their brain is leaning, they can choose that to learn and grow. And what do you think about modern technologies?
Like AI.
Like AI or like other online platforms that are changing the working world at the moment. What do you think about that and in education and young life?
Like I think about AI specifically. I think it's a great platform. because you get like, if I write it in now, 50 pages long text, I'd write it for me with 100 words, and he sums it up in 1 second, really the most important words and everything. But I also think it's a little bit scary or dumb, because I have to say I just got really, really lazy with it. Like in school, a teacher asked me one little question and I put it in there. I answered with that because I'm just too lazy to think about myself. And I'm just happy that I'm in 4th grade. Like I have 1 more year. And when I think about the first grader that all use ChatGPT already now, they got to do it they use it maybe 5 years. So then they learn absolutely nothing in the end, probably, or like not much at all. And that's a little bit scary, I think.
That is scary, because I do know I use it every day, but there are times where I think, okay, don't use it, and switch your brain back on and actually create it yourself, and then use it to refine what you're doing, perhaps, or enhance, rather than just completely relying on it. But we know that if we only rely on it, we get very minimal quality answers or responses.
Yes.
So actually teaching young people how to use it properly and use it as a tool might be something that's more beneficial. Do you agree?
Yes, because I wanted to say, like, our chemistry teacher, like 3 times this year, he tried to learn us a little bit more how to use it, and I love that. He gave us also like another site that has also the links to the internet sites where they got the information from and everything. And it was so much simpler and not so how do you say, not
like basic, just kind of almost like surface level.
Yes, exactly.
And that's what we call transformational AI, where you actually really transform the topic by going deeper and using research and using the right prompt. But that's probably a bigger conversation for another time, but I think it links into keeping education really current and modern, and using what we need to use in order to have the skills for after school.
Yes, I think so too.
Because AI is part of the world now. And
yes, definitely.
Yeah, the way that we use things in the world. What an interesting conversation, Vicktoria. Thank you for all of your thoughts. And just to sum up, what do you think would be the most important takeaway for a teacher to hear from us right now, from our conversation? What would you say to a teacher today?
Don't put everyone in one box and see everyone individually, for that person, for their personality also. And maybe don't focus always on the grades, see the whole process of the person. Maybe the person is negative in a grade, but still the process that the person made throughout the whole year and tried so bad and did so much, that they see that too, and not just a grade that stands on a sheet of paper.
Because it's the journey, isn't it? And you have till you're 95 to get a better grade if you want to.
Yes.
Right? But it's the learning process that you've been through which actually makes you this beautifully strong and knowledgeable person. And also, some people just don't like tests, me included.
Me too.
All the skills that I have really never have come out on a test. So not many people respond well to tests. And actually, it's a very false representation of that person's knowledge, abilities, or skills. So what an amazing, beautiful point and heart cry. So thank you. Teachers, sit up and listen. Look at them as individuals. They don't all fit in one box. And recognize the journey, not just the grade, because we're not here to put numbers and letters on our young people. We're here to put and instill confidence, ability to speak their mind, be creative, critical think, and thrive in the world outside of school. Victoria, thank you. That was a very
so much
minutes. And thank you for your thoughts. I look forward to seeing you very shortly.
Yes.
Don't leave. I'm gonna just stop the recording. One second.